where do you go when you're already like on the outside from birth? And it's like if you look at it from an Afropessimist perspective, like to embody death, to be the social idea of the dead for other people. And I think all of those things on an existential level, to fight all of those things, to wake up every day and to still do those little things every day where you're resisting the state or trying to like take care of your family or community despite all of that. And so all of that to me is like, to me, Black anarchism feels, because I'm Black, a lot more spiritual. It's like I'm tapping into something that my ancestors have had to use to survive.
Right.
And like the anarchic nature of slave rebellions, the anarchic nature of like even the nonviolent strategy that Dr. King presented, or like what the Black Panther Party was doing, like all of those fall under these other ideological lines, but they still represent a sort of anarchic response as well.
Right.
So I feel like that's how I'd kind of define it. Because even in like in any other anarchist space, especially the white or the European ones, I'm like, you still have to look out, because like, even what whiteness brings to anarchism, it's like, how does that combat Blackness when it's in that
Right.
space as well? And I've experienced that a lot of times, like going to different movement gatherings, and like the white anarchists are like surging ahead and the disabled people are in the back struggling to run away from the line of cops. And so it's like even those ethics of care, and how there are the particularities of whiteness where those ethics of care are there, but how does anarchism like sometimes purport like an individualism as well, and how does whiteness kind of feed into that? And so I feel like there's all these, I don't know, like side conversations, but that's my TED talk.
Yeah, I feel like an interesting concept is like how we think of Zora Neale Hurston, because my first reaction as a Black anarchist is to look back and be like, she was a Black anarchist. She was against the Communist Party, but she wasn't necessarily against socialism, but she was also very against imperialism in certain ways. And I want to do like a deeper dive into what she was doing, and like her other stuff. But like, I think that's a very interesting like understanding of like how individualism shows up. I feel like Black anarchism also recognizes a lot of things inherently in its title, like a recognition of decolonial socialist struggles both in the U.S. and in Africa, and how that influenced like the Black Panther parties in the U.S. were the struggles in Ghana and Angola and Algeria and in Tanzania. And in all those Black Power movements, there were anti-authoritarian versus authoritarian splits, just like the IWA.
Right.
When they first made anarchism.